Dub Nation, I have a challenge for you guys because I know the Golden State Warriors hate losing to the Los Angeles Lakers in any facet. So as of right now, about 10 days into the month of May, the Lakers report here on Chat Sports has 72 shares amongst all of their videos, and I know Warriors fans can double, triple that number. So far, we have 56 shares this month. Thank you guys so much for all of your shares to help out our channel, but I want you right now to send this video to somebody in Dub Nation because we're talking Klay Thompson and, more importantly, Klay Thompson future on today's show. So all you guys have to do is share this video. What's going on, Dub Nation? Welcome into Warriors Today by Chat Sports. So there's a latest report coming out that Klay Thompson wants to stay in the Golden State Warriors franchise. Now, this isn't necessarily new news. We know Klay has voiced that he really wants to make a legacy here with the Golden State Warriors. He doesn't really want to play anywhere else. He said that while he was still playing in the regular season, but we do know he has mutual interest with some other teams in the NBA. So ESPN's Ramona Shelburne went on 95.7 The Game and talked about Klay Thompson potentially staying with the Warriors and what it would take between Klay and the front office to make this happen. Well, don't take it from me, take it from Ramona. She said, I think Klay wants to retire a Warrior. Well, we kind of knew that heading into the offseason, but she went on to say the way the Warriors approach him on the role he'll play, the contract, etc., is going to matter almost more than whatever the number figure is. He needs to feel the love, the respect, because you're probably asking him to take less if he stays. You're not probably asking him, you better be asking him to take less if he wants to stay. Klay Thompson was very wishy-washy this season and kind of showed Dub Nation, hey, look, he's probably not going to ever be the exact same player he was before those two injuries. He also said that he is coming to fruition that those two major surgeries created a different player. But Klay understands his physical capabilities, and if the Warriors end up taking care of him, saying, hey, look, we're going to offer you this much money, but here's what you're going to have with this franchise. You're going to do this, you're going to do that, because I know Klay Thompson wants to create a legacy, if he hasn't already, with the Golden State Warriors. So I think if they match up with other circumstances in his contract, like maybe aligning with Steph Curry and Steve Kerr's contract, maybe that'll be more intriguing to Klay Thompson, he will stay. But the latest report that came out from Shams Charania of The Athletic says that the Klay and Orlando Magic have mutual interest in each other this offseason. The Magic want a veteran. They want some more scoring. They want three-point shooting abilities. So Klay Thompson fits that mold to a T. Not to mention, he's a free agent, so he's allowed to talk to the Orlando Magic. And when I look at this possible starting five for the very young Orlando Magic team, I think it's a perfect fit. I think once you put Klay Thompson in that role, he understands he's going to be more of a catch-and-shoot guy because I don't think he is really the 3-and-D player that we have seen in the past. I think when you're going to get Klay Thompson right now at 34 years old, you're taking him for more of his offensive capabilities. Along with Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Paolo Banchero, I think that Klay Thompson fits perfectly with this starting five. And I'm not the only one that thinks so. I know there are a lot of analysts out there that do believe that Klay Thompson going to Orlando would actually be a really good fit if he didn't mean so much to the Golden State Warriors community. Well, Brandon Kravitz of 95.7 The Game says if Klay ends up with the Magic, I'm going to do backflips. Obviously, they want to see what he can do in another franchise. But don't get it twisted. I don't think it's the best move. I think Malik Monk is closer to that top echelon sort of decision for this team. And I do think that Klay Thompson might be using the Magic as a little bit of a bargain leverage for the Warriors, saying, hey, look, if you don't want to help me out, if you don't want to help me end my career here with the Warriors, I got Florida on the phone right now willing to pay this much for this amount of years to help me be another superstar for another franchise. I could absolutely see him doing that because it is a business. But Klay Thompson has already said he wants to stay with the Warriors, but he's not thinking about it. He just wants to get to July 1st. That's when he's going to make his decision in free agency. So my question here to you guys to kick off this second half of the show is, do you think Klay ends up signing with Orlando? Type S for sign, type D for decline. Let me know what you guys think down below. I think decline. I think it's more of a tactic to use against the Golden State Warriors, but if they don't meet his needs, I could easily see it being signed. So go on ahead and comment that down below while I tell you guys about my favorite favorite daily fantasy sports app, which is PrizePicks. I'm playing it. Producer Smitty's playing it. Everybody in America's playing it. That's why it's number one. And if you guys want to as well, all you have to do is pick more or less on a player's projected stats. It is that easy. It takes less than 60 seconds, and you can win up to 100 times your money with as little as 4 correct picks. And the number one thing I love about PrizePicks is the promotions. Taco Tuesday, Flex Friday, plus right now, with the WNBA just around the corner here, and I know Golden State Warriors fans are also really excited about a WNBA franchise coming to the Bay Area in the future. Here's why you guys should be interested in the WNBA, because right now they're giving Caitlin Clark to have 99% off projected points. If Clark scores a basket, you win if you pick more. This is essentially a free pick right now. More than half a point. Do they know who Caitlin Clark is? This is an absolute lock. I already have this in my PrizePicks. I'm super excited to see what Clark does on Tuesday for her WNBA debut. And if you guys want to take this, all you have to do is go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. And if you guys have bad memory like me, that's totally fine. It's actually going to be linked in the comments down below underneath this video. Super easy to get you guys there. Just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. In my opinion, Klay Thompson may not be looking for an extremely large bag here in the NBA. He may not be looking for upwards of making $45 million a year anymore because he's already pretty confident in his physical capabilities. I could see him staying with the Warriors for less. I really do. If he truly is a man of his word, and he says he wants to create this legacy, and he's not done with the Warriors, then he will accept a little bit less. But I understand that with this business, if you get that insane number that you can't believe the Magic just offered him, I could see Klay Thompson being like, ooh, that looks pretty spicy as well. Let me test out my best options here. But Ramona Shelburne made some fantastic points on Klay Thompson's future, not just with the Warriors, not with the Magic, but in the NBA. Hence, a legacy that Klay Thompson wants to create. Shelburne said on 95.7 The Game, a lot of people around the league have said, I think Klay would benefit from a change of scenery, which I have said that in the past. But she went on to say, I also think he really is a fighter, and he's proud of the legacy he has with the Warriors. Deep down, he's a Kobe guy. Kobe stayed with the Lakers. The teams were really bad at the end, but he stayed. There's a lot of pride that Klay has in himself and his game, and I think the way the Warriors approach him in whatever they're going to try to sell him is paramount. It's everything in how they go about it. He needs to feel the love. He needs to feel the respect, because you're probably asking him to take less if he stays. The word that keeps coming into my head is pride. He's a very prideful man, prideful about his accomplishments and his abilities, and pretty much he's just extremely loyal. That's what we've seen since he was drafted in 2011. This guy had 2 major surgeries and came back. You saw how hurt he was when he wasn't in the top 75 players of the NBA when their 75th season came around in 2021. That hurt him to the core because he thinks he has given so much to earn something like that. There's no way in my mind he has put in this work for over a decade with the Warriors just to say, sayonara, the Magic just offered me this great deal. I really do believe that if he wants to create a legacy, which he already has done in the Bay Area, he would be willing to take a smaller paycheck to continue that legacy. Because if he goes to Florida, I could see him burning up in the next 2 years. Just because it's going to be a different environment. The fans may not love him like the Bay Area fans do because he hasn't given them a decade worth of talent like he has with the Warriors. If he stays in Golden State, I could see the Warriors really helping him out. He could possibly line up his contract to stay with Steph Curry, Steve Kerr, and the whole nine. I could see him going another 4 years if he understands his role, makes all the way up to upwards of 37, 38 years old playing in the NBA. Because if Klay is looking to leave a legacy like Kobe Bryant has left, his best bet is to do it in the Bay Area. I think he's already created a legacy. And I think, like Ramona said, he's prideful. I think he's loyal. And I do think he means something to the Bay Area and to other people in the NBA. And we're talking about Kobe Bryant here and what he meant to the Lakers. And I do see that with Klay Thompson in some way in what he means to the Warriors. And he actually talked about this last year in last January, way ahead of free agency. He talked about his relationship with Kobe Bryant, and he said, I just try to stay present every day because it's been going by so fast. My career, that is. I want to look back and say I gave it everything I had, just like Kobe Bryant did. I know Kobe can look back on his 20 years and say he maximized his potential. I want to do the same. Well, I think he has the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. I think if the front office takes care of Klay Thompson, like I have a feeling they will, especially if you get somebody's influence like Steph Curry and Steve Kerr in that front office decision as well, Klay Thompson is a vital part of the big three. He's the splash brother, for crying out loud, and I think he's already made a legacy with the Warriors, but he has a chance to stamp it, pack it away, and leave it at that if he stays for a couple more years and finishes out his career in the NBA with the Golden State Warriors. So, do you guys think they should retire his jersey, hang it in the rafters when all is said and done? We know Curry's going to be up there. We know Draymond Green could possibly be up there as well. Do you think Klay Thompson deserves to be retired jersey in Golden State? Comment why or why not. And like I said, share this video to somebody on social media. Feel free to post it on social media. Tag me at AR Barefoot on Twitter. I'll retweet you. I'll follow you. I'll do whatever I can. Just make sure somebody else sees this today.